Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 on the 51 Plymouth. Last video I was actually wrong. It's not a Concord, it is a Cranbrook. It's technically a Belvedere. There isn't a whole lot of information on these cars when it comes up to looking for certain things, but from what I found out, that the back windshield and the trunk area is what defines the whole Concord and Belvedere series. Ours is absolutely a Cranbrook because of the back glass and it's not a hatchback. But that being said, let's get to the video. I'm going to be mostly working on the charging system today. I'm going to work on the voltage regulator and the generator. I have been working on sanding some rust down on the inner fender because I put some rust reformer on it. I just dropped some new spark plugs in it. The car is running good now. We got better battery cables in it. This is 0 aught gauge wire. It's just for a comparison, it's thicker than my finger, so you have to use some pretty good wire on these cars. That was the main issue with the cranking last time. I'm gonna guess that someone changed this ignition wire out at some point, so I'm gonna move that out the way. Pop this cover off and see what we got under here. I did take one of the covers off last week, just looking at some of the contacts on here, and everything's clean. It looks like it's been replaced at some point, so I'm thinking the generator either needs to be polarized or maybe even cleaned out and maybe new brushes put in. But I'm gonna get some sandpaper. I'm gonna run it between these points right here and see if that fixes the problem. If not, I'm gonna clean some of these points and just see what I got going for me. All right, well, I got some sandpaper. I'm trying to clean these points up a little bit inside of here. This is a really aggressive grit sandpaper. I wouldn't use this regularly, but I cannot find 400 grit. This is 120, but I did sand the edges down so it's a little smoother. So it's probably around 320. I'm gonna have to adjust this post because it's not really making full contact. I'll show you all this in a minute. This one right here, the middle one, the points on it are they're not really meeting up. They're just barely touching. So I'm just gonna take a screwdriver here. I'm gonna push this. Wait, here we go. I'm gonna push this back a little bit and readjust it if I can. And now it's almost perfectly lined up. I'm pretty sure this is all working because I tested it off screen and these all make contact. I'll show you how to test that in a minute. Okay, well, I have my jumper wire here. And all you do is you go from the hot battery side and you flick these terminals and that polarizes the system. And it should spark. Yeah, see? I don't know about this side. I do see little sparks coming off of it. I want to see if that polarized the system so it charges. We'll see. She should fire right up. I put my foot in my mouth. There we go. I don't know if it's charging yet. Turn the headlights on. No. It ain't charging yet. And just for the record, everybody, I'm just doing this to try to bring this car back to life a little bit. I'm not doing anything professional or saying this is the proper way to do anything. Don't do what I do. I'm an absolute idiot and I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're going to slide the generator over, pull the belt off of it, just enough. And we'll take my jumper wire here and touch it to one of these posts. I don't remember which one it was. Well, now it's not doing anything. Was it ground? It should be positive. Maybe it was this. There we go. Can you see it moving? The regulator is probably at fault here. I don't know what else I can do to test it because, like, I feel like pulling the generator right now is kind of a waste of time because it's working. All right, guys, welcome back. We had a slight problem. I was putting gas in it off camera, and I kept smelling really bad fumes because I was messing with the fuel pump up there. And sending unit is absolutely shot, and there's 3 pinholes in the tank. I thought it might have been an aluminum tank the way it looks, but I think it's galvanized steel, and I guess it just kind of started rusting from the inside out. But sending unit is absolutely shot. There's no way this thing is going to ever work again. And the outlet plug for the fuel line is completely stopped up. I'm going to try to see if I can weld it. I'm going to empty all the gas out, wash it really well, and maybe even fill it up with water before I weld it, just to keep it from exploding possibly. Here we go. I don't see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. It's the next morning. We had to go to the store after doing some welding, and I want to put some JB Weld. Uh, it says water well, but it says it's good for gas tanks, marine boats, and diesel. I'm gonna try it out. This is the only thing my local hardware store had. I'm way back in the country with pretty much just basic hand tools. So we'll see how this stuff cures up. It's still on the soft side. I've been working on getting the sending unit fixed up. I got some holes pre-drilled, and uh, the sending unit I went ahead and took it apart, cleaned it up some, and broke the rest of it off because everything down here was just junk. So I'm gonna clean the top of this off. This is gonna be a pretty long series. I know it's not super exciting, but if this is just real life for you, everything happens a little slower than what it looks like. That's good enough. I think that'd be super great. All right, let's walk over to the car and we'll see what's going on with the regulator real quick because the video stopped unabruptly because abruptly I meant because while we were working on it yesterday, I noticed the fuel tank was leaking, and I tried to save some of my gas that was in it, and it did not work out too well for me. All right, so what the deal is I found out that the generator is actually charging. The regulator is bad because if y'all have one that has a similar style with the 3 wires in this general setup, I pushed this one down, and I think I either held this one down or moved this one up. One of these has to be either making contact or not making contact. I don't remember which one. Push the bottom one down and you test these two, and my car starts charging, but if I let off, it doesn't charge. So I'm 99.8% sure it's the regulator that's bad. Our plans for today is I'm going to seal up the thermostat housing because it's leaking bad. Seal it up, clean it, paint it. Uh, Possibly change the differential fluid and maybe even transmission fluid. And after that, I'm going to go on a test drive. We'll get some video footage of it driving around. Just so everyone's clear, we don't have any scripts or anything. We're just working on it, and we're telling y'all what we're doing as we do it. We're not used to the whole camera thing, and trying to talk and learn how to do everything while you're working. It's kind of hard to do. So I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Uh, this is gonna be a pretty long series. I guess it's kind of safe to talk about now. This car is going to have a theme with it. I'm going to do a paint job and repair all the rust on it. and we're going to be going with the Fallout theme. So the car is going to be a dark blue with Vault Tech on the side of the door, and it's going to have blue and yellow accents on the interior, and maybe even a red engine, red and white engine like Nuka-Cola. I know most people ain't going to know what it is, coming from the car community. It's a video game. Feel free to look it up. It's called Fallout. You can look up any of them. They all have the same type of styling on them. This car has the exact type of style that would be in the video game, so that's what we're going to go for. Okay, well, I got the radiator hose back on and the thermostat still sealed up. The tank ended up having several pinholes in it. I'll show you that real quick. It's mostly sealed up right now, but I do not trust it. There is a couple of tiny little pinholes, but they're just barely seeping. I did change the transmission fluid, added some differential fluid, new fresh motor oil, and got most of the fuel lines and fuel system figured out. It still ain't charging, but we are going to go on a little cruise down the road just to see how it does. That windshield is filthy.
Yeah, well.
That's fine. I really should clean that windshield off first. It's a smooth little car so far. It rides good. Shifting seems pretty smooth. First gear's a little short. That's second. Blinkers, so
Blink, 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 blink.
This is completely legal. Do not worry about it.
Having problem shifting it?
No, I'm just paying attention. I don't want to go into reverse by accident. Still trying to get used to it. That was quick.
completely shot?
It's flat. That's a shame. Successful first drive, I suppose. We got the third gear and the tire blew out immediately. But it's not running hot. The temperature gauge is working. So I would change the tire. I have no rims to fit this car. That's as good as it gets. Well, I don't know. That's all I can say about it. Those tires, they were bad. I guess they're 40 years old probably. I'm trying to turn so it doesn't mess the rim up. Yeah, this is more of a personal project. This isn't something I'm just going to turn around and flip. This is something I'm keeping.
So if it's a little janky, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's ours.
Good news is the hubcap didn't fly off, so.
I honestly, for a second, thought that was the hubcap flying off. Or
I thought
wheel.
it sounded like the hubcap.
Yeah. It was so aggressive.
Yeah. It didn't even try to go flat. It just straight up popped. She's running a little warm, but this is the most like driving I've done with it. So it's got the old thermostat in it. Thermostat could be sticking.
She don't drive as smooth now.
No. Indeed.
We got the cameras all over the place. I am so sorry. I'm trying so hard to keep
But
it
also going this
straight.
slow is probably really bad for it.
Hubcap.
That's what a hubcap sounds like.
Noted.
Oh yeah. She's done, bud.
Oh, dear Lord.
The hubcap was already like that, folks, just so we know.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. It is what it is. That's what happens when you go to drive one.
Well, we're almost back to the place, so.
If we can make it back before it overheats. Come on now. Well, she just decided to start playing dirty.
I don't know if this car likes us. I really don't.
I'm starting to think it may not.
Maybe Christine is a appropriate name.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
You cursed it on the very first day. I'm gonna move over because Dakota. Nope, Bree and them are coming.
No, we good. Blowout.
Our wheel went kaput.
Yeah, I'm trying to let it cool off. It got a little hot. Have a good one.
Hmm?
I am gonna roll backwards. The tank may not have enough gas in it right now.
Because it's inclined.
Yeah. Okay, well, we made it home. We gave it some time to cool off, and it still wouldn't start. We pulled it, which is only a quarter of a mile to pull it home, pretty much. But as soon as I got in the yard, I tried it. It fired right up. So I'm guessing it has a bad coil in it, because sometimes when coils get hot, they just stop producing spark and all that. So I'm gonna get a new coil order for it. I wasn't expecting that one to go out. The car did start running pretty warm on the way home, going that slow, trying to limp it. So I'm guessing the car got hot enough it shut the coil off, and that's the reason it stopped cranking. Other than that, I'm thinking about doing a quick little clean out on the inside, just blow some of the stuff off the carpet because it's got so much dirt and rust on the carpet. I used to detail vehicles as a side hobby, and there's no other better way to clean carpet like this, where it's really coarse and like got a lot of lines in it, just quickly. I like using air. That air and vibration. Next video, we are going to mostly detail it. We're going to be trying to polish up some of the chrome, all the little badges around here, like just make basically we're just putting makeup on a pig, essentially. But I do want to get rid of some of the really bad corrosion on the chrome, clean the glass up on it. I don't know if I'm gonna get the heater controls actually working, because it doesn't have a heater box in it, and I don't think it even has a blower motor. I'm actually gonna call up on a dash real quick and look. It does not. It does have the defrost ducting under it still, but I don't think it has a heater core. And most of these switches are not hooked up, or it doesn't seem like they are. That's pretty sweet. This has a hinge on it for something. Honestly, guys, I'm looking at all this for the first time for the majority, so like I don't really know what I'm looking at on certain things. I don't think the wiper motor works. Where was that button I told you? Oh yeah. I know you was doing something a minute ago. There it goes. Kinda. It works when it wants to. Wait, it's just loose. Look, I'm holding pressure on it now and it's working. Well, guys, this is going to do it. I'll go over some of the stuff I did today because we didn't get to record all of it just because sometimes you got people coming over or, get sidetracked or whatever. We are going to try to get better about recording more stuff. It's just, it's hard to do everything. So I changed all the fluids in it. It's got all new fluids from the motor back. Everything's been done. Next week, I'm planning on doing a semi detail on it. I'm going to clean and polish some of the chrome on it, clean the inside out, remove the front seat, pull the front floor pan out, check the master cylinder, see how the fluid is in that. Maybe put a new coil in it. That might have to wait because it's getting hot and just it's killing off the motor. So, but the engine bay, it is going to be all flat black just like that. I just got done doing that corner a little bit. I am going to sand everything off, remove all the rust, repaint everything. I'm not going for show quality or anything. I'm just making it slightly more pretty.